What's up, you guys? It's your girl Talia G, and I am back with another video. Today's video is a chapter of the day. We will be discussing the book of Amos, chapter 8. This chapter actually helped me to learn more about spiritual famine and spiritual restoration. So if you guys don't know, the book of Amos, specifically chapters 7 through 9, actually discuss different visions of locusts, visions of a plumb line, vision of God at the altar, vision of ripe fruit, and so forth. And so today I personally wanted to come out of chapter 8, which talks about a vision of ripe fruit. I am going to put the whole chapter right here on the screen, but I'm going to read verses 1 through 3 just for the sake of time of still doing the observation as well. Verses 1 through 3 reads, "Then the sovereign Lord showed me another vision. In it I saw a basket filled with ripe fruit. 'What do you see, Amos?' he asked. I replied, 'A basket full of ripe fruit.' Then the Lord said, 'Like this fruit, Israel is ripe for punishment. I will not delay their punishment again. In that day the singing in the temple will turn to wailing, dead bodies will be scattered everywhere. They will be carried out of the city in silence. I, the sovereign Lord, have spoken.'" So as I mentioned, I did learn about spiritual famine within this chapter. And when I said spiritual restoration, I was referring to chapter 9 because I read chapter 8 and 9 at the same time. But as for today, we're talking about chapter 8. So immediately I noticed that this section was called A Vision of Ripe Fruit. And it caught my eye because I was just speaking amongst myself about a former sermon, quote unquote sermon, that I did when I was I think I was 16. I was newly saved. I was a baby in the faith. But nonetheless, it was called Spiritually Spoiled versus Spiritually Privileged. This made me think about how we look like ripe fruit whenever we don't allow God's words to fall on good soil, or we abandon the fruit that He produced in us at some point or at many points. And then this also makes me think that us following these worldly desires, which are causing our fruits to ripen, which then lead to rotten and need to be pruned off. Why are we allowing that to happen, knowing good and well that it's not going to produce any fresh fruit? That's number one. Number two, definitely not going to bring any eternal satisfaction as the Lord would. Hello. And then, most of all, it leaves us dried up, unsaturated, unsatisfied, and in desperate need of restoration, just like a plant would need if it were going bad. I mean, come on, y'all. With the state of the church, let's be real. We as followers slash disciples together should be praying for the hard things causing distortion, false teachings, only doing online church because you don't want to be around nobody or you don't feel like getting up for church, only weaning and clinging to messages that make you feel good. I want to read 2 Timothy 4. Believing in God's power and Him with the reverence that we should have never lost. We should have been valuing Him from jump and through and through and through. Burning for Christ together, obeying His commands, and get out of those seasons and patterns of disobedience. I'm talking to myself too. Like I'm not here to just be on your neck. I'm talking to myself too. All in all the things we are presenting to God that we know is unpleasing to Him, it is an unpleasing aroma unto Him, is causing our fruit to ripen. And I think the last thing I want to say is that we know how important fruit is. Come on now. Let's go into the book of John. Let's go into John 14 and 15. We know how important fruit is. So stop letting your fruit ripen because of your disobedience. And stop letting your fruit ripen knowing the state of the church. Not saying that you should take it on as a burden, but at some point, when do you contend for the faith?